Hello, everyone.
Hi, everybody.
This is our Charm Midlife, and we are coming to you
Live
from the middle of the ocean.
Yes.
Somewhere, I don't know, between Cuba and the Bahamas.
I think we're still Southern Caribbean.
Yeah. So we were at Jamaica yesterday, and so we are on our way to Castaway Cay, Disney's private island, tomorrow. So we're somewhere in between there.
Yep.
Anywho's, that's not what this video is about. This video is about Captain America Brave New World.
Yes.
We finally were able to see it on the ship.
Yep. Yeah, I mean...
We did try to see this earlier in the voyage, but we got into the theater and there was no sound to the movie. So we had to rearrange schedules and... because, so busy.
We had to fit this in. We had to juggle our entire schedule around.
So we finally saw it yesterday.
Yes.
And I wanted to let it marinate. I needed to make some notes, even though we're kind of doing this on the fly. But, I'm still a professional.
And we haven't talked about it.
No, we have not.
So this will be interesting.
Yeah. So this is Captain America Brave New World. It is PG-13. It's an hour and 58 minutes, which is pretty short for a Marvel movie. But we'll get into that. Here's the write-up from online. Sam Wilson, the new Captain America, finds himself in the middle of an international incident and must discover the motive behind a nefarious global plan.
Nefarious.
So, obviously, Anthony Mackie is Captain America. Harrison Ford is in this as Ross. He took over for William Hurt, who unfortunately died. So, they had to replace him with someone. The good joke there is when Anthony Mackie sees him and he says, I'm still getting used to the new look. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of cute. Danny Ramirez is back. He was in the TV show Captain America and the Winter Soldier, whatever, the Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
New to this is Shira Haas, who plays Ruth. I've never seen her in anything. She is Israeli. She's probably going to have a bigger role in all this because her character is a big deal in the Marvel comics. So
and is a badass.
Yes. So that'll be interesting. Carl Lumbly is back as Isaiah.
Yeah,
and
I love that guy.
He's so awesome.
He's
and
just fantastic.
We'll talk about that a lot more. And then Tim Blake Nelson.
Yep. As
Samuel Stearns, aka the leader, though he's not the leader yet in this one. That's a good character for him.
It is.
Yeah. Yeah, so this movie to me is one of those. Marvel has the very important movies where something really huge happens, and then it has the movies in between where it can answer questions from previous movies, but it also opens up to a new phase and that sort of thing. And to me, that's what this is.
Almost a transitional movie.
Yeah, which I appreciate because, again, I love all of the Marvel movies. So there's no small role. There's no small Marvel movie. A lot of people were really hating on this movie online. And I think that's why, because they thought maybe Captain America needed a bigger deal in the universe right now. But I thought this was really good to kind of follow up from the TV show, see where Sam's at. He was still struggling with some things. And so I think we got that taken care of, and open up to this new phase, which is going to be these young Avengers and bringing all of that back and bringing the Eternals into this storyline in this universe and all. And I thought it was a good transition movie. Exactly. Yeah. I thought it was a really good transition movie. One of the better ones, actually. So I appreciate that. The discovery of the adamantium and how that's going to affect the universe. There's just a lot going on. It's good.
Mm-hmm. I loved it. I thought it was great. I am not one of those that's hung up on the universe. I enjoy each movie for what it is, and if it ties in, they all tie in, and I recognize that, and that's cool. But I kind of have the ability to just watch these things.
You've missed some, so that's why it's easier for you.
I guess. Yeah. So I loved it. I absolutely loved it.
That's good. Yeah. I don't know if I'm surprised or not. What did you think of? And it's been out for a few weeks now, so I think we can talk some spoilers, but it's not a spoiler that Harrison Ford is Red Hulk or that Thaddeus Ross is Red Hulk. It's in the comics. It was in the trailer, so that's not a
Okay.
spoiler. What did you think of Red Hulk?
It was interesting. I guess it's a good storyline to bake that into that character, that Thaddeus Ross character, and have that happen, and then transition to a new president. We don't even know who that is.
Yeah.
So there's a bunch of spoilers right there.
Yeah.
But I thought that the 15 minutes that Red Hulk was in the movie was action packed. I thought that was fantastic fight scenes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I felt like, so again, I tend to look these things up because I'm not a comic person. I really am only MCU fan. So I always look up these characters to learn more about them before the movie or after the movie if I find them interesting. And so one of the things I was looking for in the Red Hulk is when I had researched the character is he's all based on heat. So he gets hot, he turns into the Red Hulk, and he can, I don't know if he shoots fire, but he can melt anything he touches. He can like this fire comes out of him, and so I felt like they only showed that in one thing. He grabs a car and it looks like he grabs right into the gas tank,
Yeah.
and it like lights on fire and he picks it up and he goes, but I don't think that the regular viewer would understand that that was an ability of his.
Yeah, I did not pick up on that.
Yeah, so I felt like there were some things that they could have explained a little more, or maybe it's not important. Maybe it's not going to be a big deal. Maybe the Red Hulk never comes back. I don't know. If that's all we have of him, then it doesn't matter. But I feel like that he has cooler abilities than just being Hulk smash, so. See, I'm glad they brought back the celestial being. Ever since the Eternals, I've been like, why is no one talking about this huge thing that's just out there?
Mm-hmm.
So when I first saw the trailer and I caught a glimpse of that, I was very happy to see that they were talking about that. But that's also going to be interesting in future movies, I would assume.
I do still need to see the Eternals.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's a spoiler because it's on IMDb. Bucky comes back. Sebastian Stan comes back as Bucky in this just for a moment.
Yeah.
And it's a great moment. You have said that out of the whole MCU works, that Falcon and the Winter Soldier was your favorite project.
That was my favorite series, that's for sure.
Yeah, so I knew he was coming back, so I was happy to see.
It was great seeing the two of them together.
Yeah. I hope they make it seem that Bucky is becoming a congressman, but we know that in Thunderbolts he's back in the fight, so we'll see what happens to his character in Thunderbolts in May, I believe. So I'm excited for that. The new Avengers, so bringing back Avengers, I think it's going to be the young Avengers. I think it's like Miss Marvel and Hawkeye, whatever her name is. And the young Rambo girl, whatever her name is. See, I'm blanking on all
Rambo
this.
girl.
And I think Danny Ramirez could fit into that. I think there's quite a few young Avengers out there now. So, Ant-Man's daughter, she's one of them. So I think that's going to be fun to see kind of a new Avengers come up.
I have missed a lot. I don't know most of what you're talking about.
What don't you know?
I didn't know Ant-Man had a daughter.
She was in all movies and Endgame and everything. She was in all of the movies.
Well, I guess I didn't pay that close attention. Or that she was now doing that sort of thing. I guess that's the way to phrase it. I didn't know she was a super or a Avenger-ish.
Yeah. How do they bring the mutants into this universe? Because Ruth in this movie is an Israeli. She's a mutant. So is that going to come out eventually, or are they changing her character? So those sorts of things. So lots of questions and lots of stuff, and there's such a deep pool to pull from with all of these characters and things and how they tie it together. I still love it. I've seen people calling for Kevin Feige to step down, that these movies aren't any good.
What?
I'm still totally in these, and I love them. And
yeah, these are fantastic.
Yeah. I do miss...
The ones I've seen.
I miss the TV shows. I would like more TV shows to come back. I mean, I guess Agatha just came out, but I want some more Marvel shows.
Can I just say how bitter and disenfranchised I am that they're not doing a season 2 of She-Hulk?
That would be lovely because I've voiced it many times.
Man,
And for a man to voice it would
I
be.
really like that show. Well, I'm a Muppet of a man. But yeah, I love that show.
I've rewatched that first season many times. It's so good and so
Yeah.
entertaining. And yeah, it's really, really disappointing.
Should have had a second season at least.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Or
so-
at least bring her back into one of these movies. I mean, hopefully, you know.
Yeah, she's
Let's-
just sitting there.
So what are you giving the movie? What do you rate it?
I'm giving it a 9.
Wow. Okay. I'm giving it an 8 because it is a transitional movie, but it was really good. And I did think it was well paced
Mm-hmm.
for the hour 58. When you take out credits and stuff, it's like an hour and 48. So I thought it went by really well. It was a good introduction. Oh, Giancarlo Esposito, that was a waste of a character.
Well, he may not be gone.
Right. They do say that he's, he
Yeah.
threatens to escape from the prison or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just felt like all of that little thing, while I understand they had to bring the adamantium into the storyline somehow. First off, just he's so great. It felt like a waste. I felt like, everything tied to that character didn't work. But that's just me. That's the only thing. But I'm still giving it an 8 because overall it's just enjoyable and fun.
It's very enjoyable.
And
I
I
give it a
like...
9.
Sorry.
No, it's very enjoyable. I give it a 9.
Yeah. And I like seeing Sam Wilson as Captain America. It's it was very obvious in the first 10 minutes when he's swearing and you go, Captain America doesn't swear? And then you go, yeah, this Captain America does, and I'm cool with it, and I love him, and,
yeah.
it's good. Very good.
Yeah.
So happy we got to see it, and
After the third try.
I know, crazy. It paid off. So.
Yes, absolutely.
Very, very good. If you haven't seen it, definitely recommend. That's it for this episode.
Yeah.
We are going to be home in a few days. We will get back to talking about more movies and TV shows and that sort of thing. Comment below if you've seen Captain America and what your thoughts were. Are you in the bucket of this was a pointless movie? Or do you agree with us and you really enjoyed it anyways? Would love to hear from you. So subscribe, like this video if you can.
We appreciate that.
We do. And we will see you next time. Thanks so much for watching.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.